Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're tearing open a product that promises, well, everything. The Gamelab Console. It's marketed as the all-in-one portable dream, and it claims to have over 15,000 classic games. We're talking SNES, PlayStation, PSP, N64, the works.
It's a huge promise.
It really is. So our mission today, for you, is to figure out, is this the ultimate blast from the past, or is it just another classic case of something being, too good to be true?
Well, let's start with what they claim. We can unpack the specs they list on the box.
Okay, yeah. So on paper, what are we looking at?
On paper, it actually sounds okay.
Yeah.
For a cheap handheld emulator.
Right. They're advertising an RK3326 quad-core CPU.
Which is a pretty common chip for these entry-level kinds of devices. Nothing special, but it gets the job done for older stuff.
And it has, 1 GB of RAM, a decent battery, a 3.5-inch IPS screen. So theoretically, that hardware should handle some of the older 2D titles just fine.
It should. But, and this is a huge but, this is where things start to get really interesting. As the community started digging in, they found something. Or rather, they didn't find something. There is no known official manufacturer for a Gamelab console.
Wait, what do you mean?
The consensus is pretty strong on this. The Gamelab is just a rebranded clone of a generic, dirt-cheap unit. It's almost always identified as the R36's model.
Hold on. The R36's, that thing sells for like $30 on some sites.
Exactly. So what Gamelab appears to be doing is just bulk ordering that generic handheld, putting their own brand on it, and then flipping it.
At a massive markup. That's an insane profit margin.
It really is. And that business model kind of brings us to their biggest, flashiest promise.
The 15,000 games.
The 15,000 games.
Yeah, that's the number that gets everyone's attention. So what is that library actually made of?
It's almost certainly built from unlicensed downloaded ROMs.
So, illegal copies of games?
Basically, yeah. They're just jumped onto a generic emulator. Our sources found, zero evidence that Gamelab owns the distribution rights to any of these titles.
Yeah.
So the entire library is, let's just say it's highly questionable, both legally and ethically.
And the user experience seems to reflect that sort of low-effort approach. We're seeing tons of customer complaints.
A ton, yeah. The stories are just piling up. Long shipping delays is a big one.
Or consoles that just arrive dead, completely unresponsive.
Dead on arrival, poor build quality, buttons that fail right out of the box. It's all over the place.
And if you get a broken one, good luck with customer support. Users describe it as a total black hole.
Right. Unhelpful or just
No,
non-existent.
So even if you get lucky and your unit actually works, how does it perform?
It's shaky. Look, simple 2D games run okay-ish. But if you try to run anything demanding, like a 3D PlayStation or N64 game, it's going to lag a lot, or just not run at all.
So the main selling point is a bust.
Pretty much. And here's the kicker. Even owners who tried to load their own legal games found that the memory card it ships with is super glitchy, it causes failed saves, data corruption. It's a mess.
Wow. So let's pull all this together. You have the generic rebrand, the legally gray games, the terrible customer service. What does this all mean for you, the potential buyer?
I think the verdict is clear. The sources all point to this being a nostalgia bait package sold at a markup. It is a complete gamble.
So who is this for, then? Anyone?
Maybe. The only way this makes sense is if you find it for under $30 and you treat it as a cheap little toy that you're prepared to tinker with yourself.
Wow.
But if you expect a smooth, reliable experience,
Just skip it.
skip it completely. There are much better, more reputable open source handhelds out there. Or, you can build a custom emulator setup yourself.
This whole deep dive just really highlights the power of nostalgia, doesn't it? In this retro tech world, that feeling drives huge sales. And it makes you wonder, how can you spot the difference between a real labor of love and just an expensive marketing ploy preying on that feeling?
It's tough.
I guess the takeaway is next time you see a deal like this, you have to look for that one little technical detail, like that generic model number, R36s, that might just reveal what's really hiding beneath all the flashy marketing. Keep questioning, and we'll see you on the next investigation.